Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another VTuber reaction. Today we have You Feel Overjoyed by Towa. We're still on the Towa train, but this one's interesting for a specific reason. When I looked up the song, immediately next to the main song was a version that was done by Unlucky Morpheus, and I'm like, oh, was this a cover of Unlucky Morpheus' song? Because I have reacted to a few of Unlucky Morpheus' songs, and that's just my experience with them. I know what their sound is like. I've enjoyed it. I've listened to it on my own personal time, only to find out, no, Towa's version is the original version, and the producer of the song is Sheeran from Unlucky Morpheus, and of course I know their names because I am a sad man sitting in a basement, so of course I know band members' names. But it's kind of neat now that two in a row have significant connections to my personal music taste and enjoyment, and I don't exactly know what the song is going to sound like. I haven't heard their version of this song. I have seen it floating around in my sidebar before, but I've never clicked on it, so this will be going in completely blind for this specific song, and I'm really interested to hear how these two managed to work together. If it's anything like the one from last time, I'm going to be so hyped on it, and I guess we won't know if I don't start. So without further ado, let's go. All right, starting strong. I expect nothing less. I hear that ride in there. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's exactly what I was hoping for. It's Unlucky Morpheus featuring Towa's amazing vocals. If you told me that this was just Morpheus, I would believe you, honestly. Their pattern switch-ups are always nuts. No different here. Love those tom rolls, so clean. God, my kingdom for being able to do fills that cleanly. I'm so jealous of Unlucky's drummer, you know? Damn, though. Again, this is exactly what I was expecting out of them being a part of this. Oh, it was even the lyrics, but okay. I thought that might have been Towa again doing the lyrics. Bit of a bridge. God, her voice fits so well in this. So well. I also kind of like how they redesigned her for the Unlucky Morpheus visual style. The pseudo-vampire look is totally right on the money. That was just a blast. It was exactly what I was expecting out of it, and I'm so glad that it exists. So I went to go watch the Unlucky Morpheus version after I listened to Towa's version, just to hear what the differences were, and especially in the vocals, of course, they have very different vocal approaches, and I just wanted to compare and contrast. I inadvertently learned through the description and the lyrics that this is a fucking song about instant noodles. Are you kidding me? I didn't even like process what the lyrics were talking about. I did catch some of them because of my rudimentary understanding of Japanese, but like I didn't piece together what the actual context was because it's a little bit, you know, beautified. It's through metaphors and such. I didn't put that together. I'm not that good at the language to be able to put two and two together like that. Are you kidding me? A song like that about eating fucking noodles at night? Are you kidding? It's so goofy, dude. Sometimes Japan needs to just back up when it comes to their advertising, because as we know through the history of their advertising, it can go absolutely hog wild nuts and just unhinged completely. But like, this is hinged enough that I'm like, okay, I'm on board, but also unhinged enough that I'm like, better watch yourself. That's just so insane. I'm still reeling about that, I guess. It's just wild. But as far as the song goes and the performance, of course, Towa's voice, shocker, beautiful, great tone on there. I actually think I might prefer Towa's version over the version from Unlucky themselves. Still great either way, to be honest, but I think her voice works really well for this specific song. It doesn't have the Japanese twang, as I prefer to call it, for lack of a better term, that the main vocalist from Unlucky Morpheus has. She has a much more stylized way of singing, and I do love it in a lot of cases, but for this song, I think Towa's actually does a much better job at like getting the notes out there, getting the phrasing out there, and it just feels like it was written for her voice, probably because it was, and just the other one feels more like a cover, I guess, in this context. But as far as the instrumental goes, as expected, brilliant as always from Unlucky Morpheus. I've yet to find a song from them that I don't like instrumentally. They just do a phenomenal job on each instrument. The violin is always on point. It's just enough violin. There's some people who compose with a violin in metal, and it just feels like they're doing that for a shtick. For Unlucky Morpheus, it always feels like it's a part of the orchestration of the song. It's very well done. And of course, everything else. The drummer for Unlucky Morpheus has always been fantastic, and I think they've been through a few at this point, if I'm not mistaken. The drummer can make a lot of change in the song, and that always feels like they're bringing this extra spice to everything else. The way they orchestrate their cymbal hits and little accents always adds a bunch to it. Love that. But overall, as always, great composition. I can never say enough about their work in general, and I think they did a fantastic job here pulling Towa in, using the best of her vocal range as well. Yet another song that didn't like push her vocals way too far. It was still within a comfortable range. She was so natural about it. I didn't feel any moments of stress in her voice really at all, so that's fantastic. So overall, a great song, an amazing composition about fucking soba noodles, I guess. That's still wild. But I also feel like to that degree, I don't know if I have much more to add on this one, because I have shared my thoughts about the drumming and musicality of other stuff from Unlucky Morpheus specifically. So if you want details on that sort of thing, my other videos from like over a year ago at this point are probably the place to go, albeit I was definitely a different person back then. So kind of go in with different expectations of the me you see now versus who I was when I first started. I've definitely opened up a little bit since then, but either way, I think I got my points across back then as well. But yeah, I think that's about all I'll say on this one, and I am so glad that Towa has done another metal song. I've seen a lot of people also recommend My Roar, I believe, but I'll probably get to that one if people want me to off of this comment section, or if you have any other person you want me to get to that's not Towa, or just another Towa song you want me to get to, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best as always to get to them. And of course, if you like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!